Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. So today's video is going to be really quick because it's just a very short article, but Yokai Watch is coming back. Now, I will say right here and now, we don't have any information with regards to English releases, nor do we have any information regarding English releases for the previous Yokai Watch games that haven't come to the West, but the fact that the franchise is still moving forward, despite a lot of people being scared that they weren't, is definitely a good sign. So we're going to read this article. It's very short, and then I'll give you guys my sort of thoughts on things. But Level 5 CEO confirms new Yokai Watch development, our game in development. In a tweet, Level 5's CEO Akihiro Hino posted a celebratory message about the 10th anniversary of the Yokai Watch series of games, with an image showcasing his collection of Yokai Watch merch and games. However, one key detail stood out in his message. I've provided a translation below. Today marks the 10th anniversary of Yokai Watch. Time sure flies. Thank you all for the congratulatory tweets, and please join us today as we open the special 10th anniversary site. We're steadily working on the next installment, which incorporates the flow of the series. There's still some time before we can make an official announcement, but stay tuned. Needless to say, this is great news for Yokai Watch fans, as up until now the IP's been pretty dormant, especially in the West, since both the latest titles in the series, Yokai Watch 4, We Look Under the Same Sky, and the school spin-off Yokai Gakuen, I didn't even know what that was, never left Japan. We'll be sure to keep you updated, blah blah blah. So this was from Noisy Pixel, so special shout out to them. But this is good news for a couple of reasons. Now, I do want to say, right off the bat, some people will try to downplay the fact that the monster taming genre is improving, or not improving, but like on an upswing in terms of notoriety, because it's mostly dominated by indie games. But we're seeing games like Shin Megami Tensei 5 breaking sales records for the Shin Megami Tensei brand. We're seeing Dragon Quest Monsters make its first comeback in the West in a long time. We're seeing Digimon really trying to push out more games in the West too, with like Digimon Survive and stuff like that. So it's definitely the case that these bigger companies are starting to notice the difference in the West's sort of perception of monster taming game. Monster Rancher was another big one that a lot of people never thought would come back. This is definitely a good sign. And I think, and I don't want to be like, oh, look, I told you, but I've talked about this back in like 2020, 2021, where I was saying that indies are going to sort of start this new monster taming renaissance, and big companies will follow later, because that's usually what happens. You get indie games that sort of, break the mold, and then the AAAs and AAs and stuff generally will follow behind. But this is definitely good. It's definitely good for the growth of the genre. I personally really hope they port Yokai Watch 4 over to the West. I think a lot of people have a sort of misunderstanding about what a dead franchise is. A lot of people call Yokai Watch dead, even though Yokai Watch in Japan is still selling better than SMT in Japan. So I don't, just because the games don't sell 20 million copies, if they could sell, 3, 4, 500,000 copies, that's still pretty good depending on their studio size. So that's all I want to say. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on any developments, and I'm really hoping we see a Western release of Yokai Watch 4, because that'd be awesome. That being said, if you do want to stay up to date, definitely subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.